Imagine stepping into your own backyard and plucking a fresh, sun-ripened kiwi right off the vine. No grocery store, no middleman, just pure homegrown goodness, bursting with flavor and nutrition. If you think growing a kiwi plant in the USA is complicated or reserved only for professional gardeners, think again. Thousands of everyday Americans are discovering the absolute joy of cultivating this incredible climbing vine, and today, you are going to learn exactly how to do it yourself, step by step, from soil to harvest, from a tiny seedling to a thriving, fruit-bearing beauty. So take a deep breath, grab your gardening gloves, and let's dive into the world of the kiwi plant together. Because your garden is about to get a whole lot more exciting, the kiwi plant, scientifically known as Actinidia deliciosa, is a vigorous, deciduous climbing vine that originally hails from China, but has found a very happy home across many parts of the United States. Whether you live in the warm zones of California, the moderate climate of the Pacific Northwest, or even in parts of the South and Midwest, there is a kiwi variety that can thrive right where you are. For colder regions, the hardy kiwi varieties such as Actinidia arguta are absolute game changers, tolerating temperatures well below freezing and still producing abundantly. Before you plant a single seed or buy your first sapling, understanding what kind of kiwi plant suits your USDA hardiness zone is the most important foundation you can lay for long-term success. Choosing the right variety is not just about climate. It is also about purpose and patience. The standard fuzzy kiwi that you find at your local grocery store requires a long growing season, warm winters, and several years before it begins fruiting. Typically anywhere from 3 to 7 years. The hardy kiwi, on the other hand, is smaller, smooth-skinned, and sweeter, and it tends to begin bearing fruit a little sooner. Both varieties are dioecious, which means you need both a male and a female plant in order to produce fruit. A single male plant can pollinate up to 8 female plants, so plan your garden space wisely from the very beginning. If you are growing in a container or have limited space, look for self-fertile varieties like the Isai hardy kiwi, which can produce fruit without a pollinator partner. When it comes to planting location, the kiwi plant is wonderfully particular and incredibly rewarding once you get it right. See, this vine loves full sun and needs at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight daily to grow vigorously and produce fruit. In the USA, a south-facing wall or a south-facing slope is often the ideal location because it maximizes sun exposure and also provides warmth that accelerates growth during the spring and summer months. The kiwi plant is a heavy climber and needs a strong, sturdy support structure right from the start. A robust trellis, a pergola, a fence, or even a dedicated arbor works beautifully. Do not underestimate the weight and spread of a mature kiwi vine. They can grow up to 30 feet long and become quite heavy with fruit and foliage. So, invest in a support structure that is built to last. Soil preparation is where many beginners either succeed or stumble. And paying close attention to this step will save you a tremendous amount of frustration down the road. The kiwi plant thrives in well-draining, loamy soil with a slightly acidic to neutral pH, ideally between 5.5 and 7.0. Heavy clay soil is the enemy of healthy kiwi roots as it retains excess water and can suffocate the root system, leading to root rot and plant decline. If your native soil is clay-heavy, amend it generously with compost, aged bark, and perlite to improve drainage before planting. Raised beds are also an excellent option for gardeners dealing with poor native soil, as they give you complete control over the growing medium. Sandy soils, while they drain well, lack the nutrients and moisture retention that kiwi plants appreciate, so amending with organic compost and a layer of mulch is essential in this case as well. Temperature plays a starring role in the health and productivity of your kiwi plant, and understanding the temperature dynamics of your specific region will help you make smarter decisions throughout the growing season. Standard fuzzy kiwi varieties are best suited to USDA hardiness zones 7 through 9, thriving where winters are mild and summers are long and warm. Hardy kiwi varieties extend that range significantly, growing successfully in zones 3 through 8 and tolerating winter temperatures as low as -25 degrees Fahrenheit in some cases. One of the most critical temperature concerns for kiwi growers in the USA is late spring frost. Kiwi plants break dormancy and push out new tender growth relatively early in the spring, and this new growth is highly vulnerable to frost damage. A sudden frost in April or May can wipe out an entire season's worth of new shoots in a single night. Always keep row covers, frost cloth, or even old bed sheets on hand during the early spring months to drape over your plants when a late frost threatens. In hotter climates, providing afternoon shade during peak summer heat can prevent leaf scorch and stress. Watering your kiwi plant correctly is one of the most transformative habits you can build as a beginner gardener. And the good news is that once you understand what this vine is asking for, it becomes second nature. Kiwi plants need consistent, deep watering, particularly during the active growing season from spring through early fall. The goal is to keep the soil evenly moist without allowing it to become waterlogged. A deep watering once or twice a week during dry periods is far more beneficial than shallow, frequent watering, because deep watering encourages the roots to grow downward and outward, building a strong and resilient root system that can sustain the plant through periods of heat and drought. In the summer months, when temperatures climb above 90 degrees Fahrenheit, your kiwi plant may need watering every 2 to 3 days, especially if it is growing in a container or in sandy soil. Drip irrigation is an outstanding investment for kiwi growers, delivering water directly to the root zone at a slow, consistent rate that prevents surface runoff and reduces water waste significantly. Always avoid overhead watering, which can promote fungal diseases on the foliage and create conditions that weaken the vine over time. One of the most reliable indicators of whether your kiwi plant is getting the right amount of water is the top 2 inches of soil. Before watering, push your finger 2 inches into the soil near the base of the plant. If the soil feels moist at that depth, hold off on watering. If it feels dry, it is time to water deeply and thoroughly, applying a thick layer of organic mulch, about 3 to 4 inches, around the base of the plant, but keeping it a few inches away from the main stem is a highly effective way to retain soil moisture, regulate soil temperature, and suppress weeds all at once. Wood chips, straw, shredded leaves, and bark mulch are all excellent choices that will gradually break down and enrich the soil as well. Fertilizing your kiwi plant is one of those practices that separates a surviving vine from a truly thriving one. And getting the balance right is not as complicated as it might seem. Kiwi plants are vigorous growers and have a healthy appetite for nutrients, particularly nitrogen during the early growing season. A balanced, slow-release fertilizer with an NPK ratio of 10-10-10, applied in early spring as new growth begins to emerge, gives the plant a strong nutritional head start as the season progresses and your plant transitions into its flowering and fruiting phase. Shifting to a lower nitrogen, higher potassium fertilizers supports robust flower development, fruit set, and fruit quality. Too much nitrogen late in the season can push excessive leafy growth at the expense of fruit production, so timing and balance matter enormously. Organic options like composted chicken manure, fish emulsion, and kelp meal are wonderful choices that feed the soil biology as well as the plant, creating a living, thriving root environment. Apply fertilizer every 4 to 6 weeks during the growing season, tapering off completely as fall approaches to allow the plant to harden off for winter dormancy naturally. Pruning is perhaps the most misunderstood aspect of kiwi plant care, and it is also one of the most rewarding because it directly influences the health, shape, and productivity of your vine. The kiwi plant grows with tremendous enthusiasm and will quickly become an unmanageable tangle of vines if left unpruned. There are 2 main pruning windows for kiwi: winter pruning and summer pruning. Winter pruning, done while the plant is dormant in late winter, before new growth begins, is the most significant pruning session of the year. During winter pruning, your goal is to thin out the vine, removing dead, damaged, or crossing canes, shortening lateral shoots back to 2 or 3 buds, and shaping the overall structure of the plant to maximize air circulation and light penetration. Summer pruning is lighter and more about managing the explosive growth that happens during the growing season, pinching back new shoots that are overreaching or shading out fruiting canes. Thus, never prune kiwi in the fall, as this can stimulate new growth that will be vulnerable to winter cold. Always use clean, sharp pruning shears to make smooth cuts that heal quickly and reduce the risk of disease entry. Every gardener, no matter how experienced, eventually encounters problems with their plants, and the kiwi plant is no exception. Understanding the most common issues, and knowing exactly how to address them, keeps your vine healthy and productive for many years. Root rot is one of the most frequent problems for kiwi growers, almost always caused by poorly draining soil or overwatering. If you notice yellowing leaves, wilting despite adequate moisture, or a general decline in vigor, examine the root zone carefully. Improving drainage, reducing watering frequency, and treating with a biological fungicide containing trichoderma can help rescue an affected plant. Leaf rollers, spider mites, and scale insects are among the most common pest challenges for kiwi plants in the USA. Neem oil spray applied in the early morning or late evening is highly effective against all three, and it is gentle enough to use regularly as a preventive measure. Japanese beetles can also be problematic in parts of the Midwest and East, and hand-picking combined with row covers during peak beetle season in midsummer is the most effective organic control strategy. Powdery mildew can appear on kiwi foliage during hot, humid summers, presenting as a whitish, powdery coating on the leaves. Improving air circulation through pruning, avoiding overhead watering, and applying a diluted baking soda solution or potassium bicarbonate spray at the first sign of mildew keeps this problem in check organically. Yellowing leaves can also signal a nutrient deficiency, most commonly iron chlorosis in alkaline soils. Applying chelated iron as a foliar spray or soil drench brings the color back quickly and restores healthy photosynthesis. Checking and adjusting your soil pH to the correct range of 5 to 7.0 resolves most nutrient uptake issues at the root level. Harvesting kiwi fruit is one of the most joyful experiences in home gardening, and knowing when and how to harvest makes all the difference in flavor and quality. Fuzzy kiwis in the USA are typically ready for harvest in late October through November, depending on your location and the specific growing season. The fruit does not fully ripen on the vine the way many other fruits do, so harvesting at the right stage of maturity and then allowing it to ripen indoors is the standard approach. A kiwi fruit is ready to pick when it feels slightly firm under gentle pressure, but gives just a little, similar to a ripe peach. Once harvested, keep the fruit at room temperature to ripen fully, which usually takes 1 to 2 weeks, or store it in the refrigerator to slow the ripening process for up to 4 weeks. Hardy kiwi fruits are picked when they are fully ripe on the vine, as they are smaller and have a naturally sweeter, more complex flavor that develops when left on the vine until they are ready. Growing a kiwi plant is not just a gardening project. It is a multi-year commitment to something beautiful, productive, and deeply satisfying. There will be seasons of explosive growth, seasons of challenge, and finally seasons of abundance, when your vine rewards every hour of care and attention with clusters of gorgeous, nutritious fruit. The patience you invest in the early years pays off in decades of harvest, because a well-cared for kiwi vine can produce fruit for 50 years or more. Every pruning session, every carefully timed watering, every handful of compost you work into the soil is an investment in a living legacy right in your own backyard. Whether you are growing in a spacious suburban yard, a small urban garden, or even a large patio container, the kiwi plant has a place in your growing space and a way to thrive with your dedication. Start with the right variety for your zone, prepare your soil with love, give your vine the sunlight and support it craves, water and fertilize consistently, prune with purpose, and watch this magnificent plant transform your garden into something truly extraordinary. The journey of growing a kiwi plant from a young vine to a fruiting powerhouse is one of the most rewarding experiences a home gardener can have, and it all starts with a single decision to begin. Your garden is waiting, your kiwi vine is ready to grow, and the harvest of your patience is going to taste absolutely incredible. If you love learning about seasonal flowering plants, gardening tips, and nature care, Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Nature Nurture Hub, your home for year-round garden inspiration. Let's keep growing together.